Figures obtained by the BBC show that so-called cash for crash frauds, where a bogus road accident is used as a basis for a costly insurance claim, are being used in more and more parts of the UK.
The Insurance Fraud Bureau says the crime has now spread to the southeast and says it could be costing innocent drivers thousands of pounds. Here's our crime reporter, Ben Ando.
He would stop here now with nothing on the roundabout at all and wait till somebody approached him, and as soon as he set off, at this point he would stop and the vehicle travelling behind would not expect that, and a low impact collision would occur.
It's known as crash for cash. Fraudsters slamming on the brakes to cause a collision, then claiming on the other driver's insurance.
What these fraudsters tend to pick on were people who were single mums or elderly people, people who were less likely to cause them any issues.
And once the victim has agreed the crash was their fault, the fraudsters will launch bogus personal injury claims for themselves and often fictional additional passengers. 82-year-old Alma Gallanders and her husband Eric were driving home when they were hit by this man, Abdullah Ahmed.
He hit us on the right wing, and he wound the window down and said, "You crashed into my car." And my husband and I said, "Don't be ridiculous, you ran into us."
The cars were barely dented, yet Ahmed claimed the Gallanders caused the crash and racially abused him, leading to months of stress for the elderly couple, even though in court he admitted making it all up. He was jailed for 2 years.
It was a nightmare. You didn't go to sleep. You're just so worried. And what made it even worse was we were completely innocent of everything. You know, our only crime was being on that road at that time.
Earlier this month, 2 brothers linked to Abdullah Ahmed were found guilty of masterminding a £12 million scam using their own claims recovery business in Lancashire. But Crash for Cash is now moving out of northern England.
Latest figures obtained by the BBC show that cash for crash is becoming a nationwide problem. Top of the list now is Birmingham in the Midlands, with the cities of Liverpool, Blackburn and Manchester in the northwest close behind. But the problem's also moving southwards, with parts of London hitting the top 10 for the first time.
Yeah, we estimate there are around about 30,000 staged, induced or contrived accidents a year, costing the insurance industry, and ultimately part of that cost is met by genuine policyholders, £350 million. We estimate around about £44 per individual policy goes to the cost of fraud.
A parliamentary review of so-called compensation culture due to report next month is expected to recommend measures aimed at tightening the rules on such claims and such fraud. Ben Ando, BBC News, Manchester.